Guys, Justin here, and I wanted to make a quick little video for you, training to answer a question that I've seen several times in the group, and since you're part of IMC, I wanted to make a video for you guys. So Adam posted the other day a question that a lot of people actually have, and it's kind of confusing how to actually do what it is that he's asking. So I'm going to do my best to try to answer the question. The question is, let's say you promoted 3 things as an affiliate. Would you create 6 lists of prospect and buyers list for each? Would you have your main list, for example, a blog? What's the best way to segment? Some people have big lists. Some people have lots of lists. Promoting other things, all right? Not, you don't have your own stuff. You want to promote affiliate products. How do you best do that to segment, and kind of what's the whole philosophy behind it? So I'm going to attempt to answer that question. Now, one thing that, well, let's kind of see where this goes. So let's say that you've got traffic coming in, and that traffic comes into a main list. Okay, so this will be your main list where you're sending out follow-up emails that are developing the relationships. Maybe you're promoting some products in here, but this is really to establish that know, like, and trust. Hey, here's what this is about, here's who I am type of deal. So these are follow-up emails and broadcasts that are kind of ongoing, all right, to cultivate that relationship and all of that. So let's just say that you wanted to promote something that was related to SEO, and you wanted to do a promotion for an affiliate product. So what you want to do is you want to start branching off and creating new lists within this to really segment, to figure out what people on your list, on your main list, are interested in. That way you can only send them relevant stuff. So let's just say, for example, you found something on SEO. So what you would essentially do, you would set up some sort of a page that allowed them to opt in and raise their hand and say, hey, basically, are you interested in SEO? I've got something. However you want to word that, you say, are you interested in SEO? So this is essentially, it would be, a simple opt-in form, all right, a little opt-in page. Now, what happens is if they opt into that, then they are now on your SEO prospect list, okay? So they're on an SEO prospect list. Now, let's just say you could do the same thing. You had something you wanted to sell with solo ads. So you set up a new page that says, are you interested in solo ads? And the ones that opt in there, this is your solo prospect list. Okay? And let's do one more example. Let's say that you find something on Facebook. All right, so you basically just say, are you interested in Facebook? And the ones that opt in there are your Facebook prospects. Okay? So what you end up doing is you would send an email in the beginning to start this whole structure. You would send an email or 2, 3 at most, to this main list, letting them know about a new page. All right, you don't just start off pitching. So regardless of where they're at in the process, you send them an email and basically say, hey, are you interested in SEO? If you are, I've got something to share with you, whatever angle you want to take. And you send them, your main list, you send them to this page right here. Now, what happens is the ones that get the email, some of them are going to read it and they're not going to go opt in. That means they're not particularly interested in SEO. But some of them are. So when they do, they're put on an SEO prospect list. And from there, what you can do is you can promote whatever whatever SEO product that you wanted to promote. So want to take this one step further, what you could do is you put another page up. And this could essentially, with affiliate products, it's a little tricky to do. But the best way that I found to do it is to offer a bonus if they buy. So this would be basically a page that after they buy, so you're telling this list, once they're on here, hey, if you buy, let me know and I'll give you a bonus, something else in addition. So you get them after they buy, and they send you the receipt or whatever, however you set that up. They are moved to your SEO buyer list. Okay, so these are the people that are, they're not just saying they're interested, because the funny thing is people will say that they're interested in SEO, or they'll say that they're interested in solo ads, or they'll say they're interested in Facebook, but in reality they're so new they don't know what they need to be interested in. So maybe these are just distractions to them. They're not doing anything. So if they buy something, maybe they're just kind of checking out and looking around and kind of floundering. So your buyers list is going to be a lot more responsive to future offers around SEO than your prospect list will. So you do the same thing here. You can set up, let's say, a solo bonus, and basically just set up a page, and if they go and they buy, then they are now on your solo buyers list. Okay, and you would do the same thing here. So Facebook bonus, make them opt in, and then when they opt in, they are on Facebook buyers list. So here's kind of how this all ties together. You take whatever product that you're going to sell, or that you want to sell, and you would email your main list, and then that main list would go see this page. They would see your copy that says, hey, if you're interested in this topic, opt in. And when they opt in, they're not removed for the main list. They stay on that main list. Okay? They're just basically raising your hand and saying, yes, I'm interested in SEO. But here's the thing that most people don't understand. The people that open the email and they read it, but they don't opt in, they are raising their hand and saying, no, I'm not interested in SEO. Okay, you've got to look at it from that way. And then even the ones that are more interested, that are on your buyers list, they're going to be more responsive in the future. So let's say 3 months, 6 months down the road, whenever, and you've done this a couple of times with different segments. Let's say that you come across another product on SEO that you want to promote, or you come across another product on solo ads or Facebook or whatever, and you have a segment already started. So what you would do is you would only promote that product to the people who are on that relative segment. Now, here's the thing. During that time, let's say it's 3 months later, you're going to be getting new subscribers to your main list. So what about those people? If maybe you don't know that if they're interested in solo ads or not, so you need to ask them and tell them about your page over here where they can raise their hand and tell you they're interested. So the way to do that is you need to segment. All right, so you open up the last, because here's why. Let me tell you why, and then I'll kind of tell you how. You don't want to, the first message that you sent out that said, hey, are you interested in solo ads? If you send, and if they read that message and they don't go and opt in, and you send them another message down the road that says, are you interested in solo ads? Or you send them a message that tries to sell them a solo ad product, what's going to happen is you're instantly going to lose that credibility. Depending on how you really treat your list and cultivate it, that's a negative remark. I mean, you're going to lose something by doing that. Okay, they're going to understand, okay, he's just like everyone else, I'm nothing but a number is kind of what they're thinking. So in order to avoid that, what you want to do is you would go back and say, okay, the last time I sent out the message that said, are you interested in solo ads, who all opened it? Okay, and you would tag those people, and you can do this with most autoresponders. You tag them or filter them, apply some sort of a label to them that says, hey, this person got this message last time. And from there, you basically send a new email, you craft a new email, and you send it to your main list, but you exclude the people who opened it last time, and you exclude the people who are on either one of these lists. Okay? Because you already know these people are interested in solo ads. You've already asked them. You don't want to ask them again. You just want to offer them whatever solo ad product it is. So you exclude these people, and you exclude the people who opened the first time. And you basically do the same thing. You say, hey, I've got this thing, or if you're interested in solo ads, I've got another list where you can go raise your hand and tell me. And then from that point, once they're on that list, then you do your promotion, whether it's a 2 or 3 or 5 day promotion or whatever. And the more you do this, and every once in a while you can even, if you pay close attention to this, you'll be able to see that the people on like a solo ads prospect list, after a while, maybe they're not responding to your offers. But so you might take them off, or I know some people that even delete these lists after a certain time, and the only segments they have are the people that actually purchased a product in that particular topic. So over time you'll build these up, and if you develop a system for yourself and really start to follow it, and you take this seriously, you're going to have the responsiveness of these lists that you build up is going to be head and shoulders above everybody else. I've heard just countless examples of how people have a list of 200 people, 300 people, and I've done this. I had a list of less than 200 people and sold almost 150 units at a $50 price point. For a product, because it was super relevant. I had went through this process and segmented, and just kind of followed this. So that's the overview. Like I know that's kind of the high level strategy behind it. How I do it. It's not the only way. There are there's other ways to do it. This is very, very effective if you go through and you do it. The reality of it is, most people, they won't do this because it is a lot of work to segment, and it's kind of, for me, I'm more of a high level strategically thinking person than, it's hard for me to wrap my head around how to actually do something like this. So in the beginning this was difficult, but whenever I started doing it and following through with it, I started to see how powerful segmenting and stuff like this was, and I wouldn't do it any other way now. So I'm in the process of trying to convert everybody over into doing it this way. Everybody on my list, because I'm still, I've still got lists that aren't segmented, and every once in a while I'll goof up, and I'm still perfecting my way of doing it. So this is, again, it's just something that I picked up and learned from a few courses I've been through, and I think that I think it'll be helpful. I know you'll see results if you actually do it. So hopefully it wasn't too confusing, but that's the gist of kind of how everything works. And basically the big thing is you just need to be relevant. Okay, so that's kind of the #1 rule. You've got to be relevant when you're emailing. So if you're wondering, hey, should I send this? And it's very, very tempting, and it's very easy to have an email, have a product, see all the people on your list, and just click that little checkbox that says include this list also, or send it to everybody, and not go through the extra steps and take the extra time to segment. And maybe it takes another day to send an email out and say, hey, are you interested, before I pitch you, is basically what you're saying. So most people don't do that. I can tell you, if you do it, you will keep, it'll make your life easier once you get a system in place and you can follow, and it'll make everything go up: your responsiveness, your open rates, your click-through rates, the trust, them knowing you, liking you, trusting you, all of that. It's all going to go up if you start to follow this and you're super relevant and helpful to them and their needs. So hopefully that helps. Take it, use it, and we'll see you next time.